Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I've come down to the south coast to come to London by the Sea, or known as the happiest place in the country, the gay capital of the UK, and also the spookiest. Welcome to Brighton. So it's only right that whilst we're here in Brighton, we're going to start the tour on the pier. We're going to head into the town, check out the beautiful Brighton Pavilion that used to be owned by royalty, and of course the big revolving tower that has been built by the same company that built the London Eye. So let's walk on Brighton Pier, and first thing you'll notice about Brighton Pier is the Victorian architecture at the front. I mean, it literally hasn't changed in years. That clock tower, look at the sign. Now, there are some piers on the south coast that you actually have to pay to go on. Thankfully, Brighton is not one of those. But you can see it gets some beautiful sunsets. It's one of those really annoying days where it's like sunny, but it's also foggy at the same time. If you want to know what that is, we'll come to that in a little bit and check that out. Obviously the beach here in Brighton, yes, it's a shingle beach, which is a little bit of a shame, but it doesn't stop thousands of people coming to Brighton every year. Obviously we can't go into the amusements, they're still currently shut because of COVID, so we're going to walk around this way. See how pretty those lights are though? All glass as well. It's really weird the difference in temperature as well when this fog comes in. I mean, literally I was on the seafront and it was like about 18 degrees, just come on here and it's like 15. Now I believe some of the rides are open actually today, so we're going to check them out. Brighton Pier's had a very interesting history in the past with fire and other issues, and of course it's the only pier now that is left in Brighton, as the other pier obviously burnt down so many times and has kind of just been left as a bit of a historical memory. Look at that. 24 karat gold ice cream. Wow, I want to try that. It's quite nice actually. You can see the history of Brighton Pier and all these little boards, which tells you what it used to look like. All these little light archways they used to have back in the 1900s. Now obviously I've come during the week, so it's fairly quiet, but on weekends and on summer evenings it gets very busy. I love the fact it's like a little mirror ball up there, can you see that? And as you know, I love going under piers, and I'm definitely going to be checking out underneath Brighton Pier because it is very impressive. We'll come to that in just a minute. It's a shame the restaurants aren't open because I could have done with a coffee, but I'm going to walk to the end of the pier actually to check out the amusements and the fun fair. The seagulls love to interrupt me all the time. I love the fact people are on deck chairs that enjoying the view, even on a cloudy day like today. got this really cool haunted hotel, which I'll show you in just a second. The gallopers that have been here for about 20 years, we had this argument the other day, are they called gallopers or are they called carousel? Let me know in the comments. The traditional helter-skelter. And this ghost house looks really good. There's a door that opens up there, look. Look. And a zombie comes out. There's another door opening up. It's got no face on him. Coaster fans out there will love this retro loop-the-loop coaster called Turbo. Again, it's pretty intense. I would go on it, but I'd definitely pull my back. The fact they've got a crazy mouse right on the end of the pier, amazing. Don't you love the fact when you're on a Dodgem, it always says no bumping, because they're not actually made for bumping, even though people call them bumper cars. They're supposed to be Dodgems. The idea is you're supposed to dodge people, a misconception that I always didn't even realise. This is interesting as well, look, the twister that you've seen at other fun fairs, it's got a cover on it. And perfect on a hot day if you want to go on the log flume. I think it's so cool that they have this on the end of the pier. I'm not going to go on it today because this is not waterproof. There's some steps up here. Let's have a look where this goes. Oh, it's a viewing area basically. See, I want to go on it, but I just don't want to get wet and cold. If the sun would have been out, I'd have probably gone on it. But it's just so weird to see that right on the end of the pier, look. So you can buy a wristband or you can literally pay as you go. The most expensive ride on here is that booster for £7. Goes down to the cheapest, which is the Helter Skelter for £150.
There you go.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thanks.
And for those people that love to get freaked out, you can actually see the sea underneath there. Thank you. First car. Right, here we go. Reaction cam. Here we go. All I know is... Oh yes, we are going up because we're going down. Ah! Whoa! As far as ghost trains go, it's pretty mediocre. We're going outside again. Wow. I hope something scary happens soon or I'm going to get my money back. Okay, that's the scariest we've seen so far. What a letdown. Well, the outside looks better than actually going on the inside. There's £5 I'll never see again. Or £4.50, I think. So it's always a must when you come to the seaside to go on a pier. In my opinion, Brighton Pier, it's really good. The rides are good, apart from the ghost train. A little bit pricey though, especially if you've got a big family with you. But again, the food is a bit pricey too. But on the whole, I'm glad I didn't have to pay to come on this pier, because a lot of the piers on the south coast, you actually have to pay to go on them, which is crazy, isn't it? But I think that's the way they do the upkeep of the pier, and like, it's crazy to think about these boards on the pier, how often they need replacing. It kind of adds character though, each time a new board is replaced, and then you get like a squidgy board. These breakwaters are truly epic. I mean, they look like boats made out of what looks like the same kind of bricks that castles would be made from. And that is what you call a cool little place to get mobile phone covers, in this little hut. Look at that. I've always got to do it. I'm going underneath Brighton Pier to check it out. This is a very popular place for photographers to come. It's a shame it's a little bit misty down here, but again, I love coming under piers. They're so atmospheric. And with the fog, makes it look actually really spooky. And what's even more spookier is that. Now, I'm not familiar with what this is, so if anyone can tell me in the comments, I know it might be something as obvious as a storm drain, but I love that these bricks, it looks like a castle rather than, I'm sure, what is sea defences. Let me get over here and have a look in there. Yeah, I think this must be some kind of storm drain or something, but I've got to go and look in here. Can you imagine if water started gushing out now? Storm drain or something? Let me know in the comments what it is. Now I'm stuck. So it's a real shame I can't take you in here. This is the oldest working aquarium in the world. It was built back in 1872, and the architecture for this place is truly amazing. It's just a shame it's not open. Just wanted to take you to show you this. Now at first, I thought that this was like a watchtower with a lifeguard in it or something like that, but no, this is Brighton zip line, and it flings you across the beach. Again, I've just come on a really bad day. It's not open, otherwise I would have so given that a go. So if you're coming to Brighton for the first time, there's lots of things to see, there's lots of things to do, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. So my suggestion, and something that I'm going to do, is pop on one of these. It's a sightseeing bus. It goes around every 30 and 60 minutes, and you can literally pop on and pop off at all the major sites. So let's do it.
And I'll give you this as well. Yesterday.
So is this valid all day?
All day till 3:30. Half
Till
past three in the morning.
Oh, for 3 in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
So all
Brilliant.
day, all night as well.
Okay.
All night buses.
Fantastic.
Enjoy.
So I don't think I've ever been on a tour bus before. Where should we go? Let's go here. Because Brighton is so big, these are a great idea. You can hop on and off. You can see where it goes along the seafront. And what's great is I can pop on and off. The only problem is obviously you have to wait 30 minutes for the next bus. So obviously you get some headphones. These are like retro headphones that I used to have as a kid. All right, let's see. Okay, let's have a listen. It's really interesting. I've just done this and I've managed to change the language to Chinese and I can't seem to change it back. So the first ever Banksy was here as well, and apparently it's just by the station and someone bought it for about £350,000. So just literally further down the road from Brighton Pier, we come up to a Grade 1 listed building that obviously a lot of people will realise when they come to Brighton is a bit of a landmark, and it's a former royal residence and it is very impressive. It's also known as the Brighton Pavilion, Grade 1 listed. It was the former royal residence built back in 1787. It was built in 3 stages, and it was originally as a seaside retreat for George, the Prince of Wales, who became the Prince Regent in 1811, and King George back in 1820. Another good way to get around Brighton is with bike hire. Hopefully it's not that particular bike, but as I look down here, I think it might be retro bikes for hire. So some great places to eat down by the beach. We'll go and check them out. Just come across this tarot reader underneath here. How random and spooky is this? Right next to the sewers. In fact, if we could walk in there, that'd be amazing. Be smelly, but be amazing. So on this part of the seafront, there's loads of different places to go and eat and have drinks. Very popular area for people to come on an evening. You've got to watch out for the seagulls though. Yeah, this is the only unfortunate thing about Brighton Beach. It's lovely, but it's just full of pebbles everywhere. So it's difficult to lay on, to be honest. But people do.
Yeah, oh, such a relief.
There's actually people out there doing swimming, doing kayaking and waterboarding. Shame about the weather today. I mean, it was beautifully sunny when I turned up, and then this fog has just come in. So you can't see it, but the I-360 is just up here. We're gonna head just down, just on the beach, to check out some of these restaurants and eateries that are down here. So this is known as the Artist Quarter. A lot of local artists come and sell their paintings and photos down here. Wow, I thought that was a photo, but that's a painting. Look at that. That is amazing. Look at the colours of it. Incredible. These gallopers have been on the beach for many years. Built into the promenade are all these little restaurants and shops. So let us know in the comments if you've been to Brighton. If you love Brighton, give it a thumbs up. I remember having a drink in here before, actually, a long time ago. I love the fact they've got this terrace now that they've built on the beach.
How people are stuck up.
How cool is that? Pick up some fresh fish down here. Look at these boats here. This is Brighton's Fishing Museum, which is normally open and it's free to go in. See, Brighton is so massive, it's like, where do you start? Obviously, the town, it's a city, it's big, it's massive, but a lot of the, there's loads of different areas where stuff goes on. In fact, you can hire paddle boards out here. Definitely my cup of tea. 50% off surf clothing. It's the only problem if you're eating food here. The seagulls are like taking over, man. I keep thinking they're going to dive bomb me any minute. You'll find these little bits of art on the beach as well in Brighton that have been commissioned by local artists. It's almost like a skateboard ramp. The food smells amazing. Love this old little pub that's here as well. I think they're going to be doing like a food market in there. Oh yeah, it says. So by the time you watch this video, this is probably already open. So you would be able to see the other pier, which we're going to try and see in a minute. Brighton is the typically quintessential British seaside town, and all the Victorian architecture has kind of been restored as you look around. I mean, look, 1886, this has been repainted, retouched. Look beautiful, don't they? So what's quite handy are these little information maps on the seafront. It tells you where you are and how long of a walk it's going to be to your next point. So for example, we're going to walk along the seafront here all the way to the British Airways I-360, onto the Regency as well, and then we'll stop at the steps and go into the town. But it's telling me that's about 5 minute and that's about 15-minute walk from here. Look at these cool little beach huts. Live music going on here, right on the beach. Little beach hut set in as well. It's really nice. So there are a lot of artists in Brighton, and Brighton's very proud of its artists, and all the art installations that are dotted around the city you see everywhere, including here on the beach as well. And there's the I-360, which actually is running today, but you can't see it because of the blooming fog. I can see some blue sky coming out. And yeah, like I say, Brighton doesn't have the best beach in the world, but there's some sand been imported here for volleyball. And do you know what, this really reminds me of parts of Venice Beach over in LA, with all the stuff going on down here on the boardwalk. People playing basketball, look. See, could be in America. You don't find many of these places on the East Coast, but here in Brighton we've got the Open Water Swimming Club, and they swim from here, where all the buoys are located, you can see out there. Now what's really interesting is just here, where the West Pier used to stand, the footings of the pier are still here, and it's kind of a nice memory, I guess, to what used to be a very grand pier, but suffered so much with bad luck, I guess, and fire. But look at these, which have been placed here. And just behind it, there is the remnants of West Pier. The reason why that is still there, it's actually a Grade 1 listed building, so that's why it's left. It doesn't look very nice, I agree, but that's why it's still there. And they also have an upside down house here in Brighton as well. Instagrammer's dream. If you want to check what these look like inside, I've got a video on my channel actually, when I visited the one in Great Yarmouth. Make sure you check it out. So it's one of the highest, or the highest, observation towers in the UK, and it is literally just coming down through the fog. Check this out. Great little play park down here for the kids. See, you can get a little bit more sand on the beach in Brighton if you look hard enough. I'm just walking up to a very famous hotel here in Brighton, and in actual fact this hotel was the first hotel in the UK to get electricity, back when electricity was a rarity. The King's Road paddling pool looks a little bit sorry for itself. I think it's still currently closed because of COVID, but should be back open again. So this is the Banstand in Brighton. It's a Grade 2 listed building, built back in 1884 and still stands proud, and actually does host some live music occasionally. Just look how beautiful it is. So gorgeous. That's what I mean. You've got to love the Brighton architecture and the green coloured theme going along the seafront as well. The green, which is, and the blue, which symbolises all the railings, but also the colour of the houses make a difference as well. So just coming up to Brunswick Square, which some very regal housing here. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful, and they are huge, and they're all painted this kind of like yellowy cream colour. And apparently there was an order passed in Parliament which meant that all these buildings must stay this colour, and that's why you'll see a lot of this colour down on Brighton seafront. So if you're not like me and want to walk everywhere, you can hire these bikes. They actually cost 3p a minute. It costs £1 to unlock it, and then 3p a minute, a maximum charge of £12 per day. But yeah, I mean, I would get on one of these, but to be honest, I'm short on time, and there is a map here of where you can actually put the bikes. So just leaving the seafront behind, I thought I'd very briefly show you Brighton Centre. There's like loads of boutique shops in Brighton, and we're going to walk around some of the very narrow shopping areas in Brighton that are so beautiful. You come around the back of the lanes, and this is the old Brighton Town Hall. Look at that, double stacked as well. So we can go up there, or we're going to take a trip down the lanes, which is really pretty. Food smells are amazing around here. As restaurants start to open up, there's loads of little boutique little places to go and have some food or have some drinks. Look at that. It's literally like, where do you go? You know, which road should you go down next? Almost feels a little bit Spanishy down here. Well, some of these shops down here have been here for about 150 years. Not obviously with the same owners, but the shops themselves. It's a very popular place in Brighton to come and shop. I was saying how Spanish these are, and there's a Spanish beer sign up there, Cruz de Campo, or Cruz Campo, not Cruz de Campo. I said it feels Spanishy, but it also feels Italian. So I've just stopped off at a place called Patty and Bun because I'm starving, and I hear this place is good for burgers. And I don't know if you know, I'm a bit of a burger connoisseur myself. I do like a good 100% beef burger. Let's go and check it out. What we've got in here, fries, which you have to pay separately. Oh yeah, just look at that. And now the main, I don't know if you like burgers, I'm sorry if you're a vegetarian, but oh my god, it's weird, you know, because I'm eating on the street at the moment, and just like everyone's looking at me, but obviously you can't eat inside at the moment because of COVID. But oh my god, look at that chip. I know it's bad, but you know when it's a good burger, when the juice is just literally dripping. I guess I better get on with the walk. So thanks for joining me on this tour of Brighton. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe and click that notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. All my social media links are in the description as well. I'll see you next time.